Hi friends, this is Anna with Scrapping, Stamping, and Stuff, and I'm here today to share a really cute Christmas card idea. If you've seen Stampin' Up's holiday catalog, you have probably seen this Christmas Means More stamp set, and this is such a fun one. It has movie quotes in it. So the one I decided to use for today is Maybe Christmas Perhaps Means a Little Bit More from the Grinch. Elf is one of my absolute favorite movies ever. This one is from Elf, The Best Way to Spread Christmas Cheer is Singing Loud for All to Hear. You tell me, where are these from? I believe. It's silly, but I believe. And every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. So, like I said, we're going to make this Grinch card today. So let me show you what we need to make it. We need a piece of Granny Apple Green cardstock that measures 3 1/4 by 7 1/2, and then score it in the middle at 3 3/4, and it's going to open like this. We need a piece of Poppy Parade that measures 4 inches by 4 inches. Then you're going to cut that in half on the diagonal. We need a piece of white for the inside of the card that measures 3 inches by 3 1/2. And I have stamped that with one of the greetings from our Gnome from the Holiday set. I thought about using the Holly Jolly Everything one, but I went with the Little Christmas Wish. I thought that was appropriate. And we need a white punch from the Small Bloom Punch, and we need a few of the punches from the Confetti Flowers Border Punch. And, well, I was going to pull that out to show you, but I think I put it away. So that's what we need for this card. We need the greeting stamped with Granny Apple Green ink, and then I used my Poppy Parade and my soft seafoam markers to color those in, and I cut it out with a stitched shape circle die. So this is what we're creating. After I got done with it, I came up with one more little idea that we're going to try on this one, and then you can see the difference and see if you like how it turns out. But I thought, you know what? I think our Grinch needs a hairy face. So before we put any of this together, I found a stamp. This is from our Snow Front stamp set. I got this tree stamp out. And I want to use this to stamp hair or fur on our Grinch's face. So I already forgot. I only want to ink up. I'm going to clean this back off. I only want to ink up the top part of the tree. I don't want to ink the trunk. So I'm going to use this all over this piece to add fur to our Grinch's face. I'm not exactly sure. Do you think it's called fur or hair? I'm not really an expert in Grinchology, Grinch terminology. So we'll stamp this all over. And I think that's going to look kind of fun after we get this all put together. Okay, I want to punch the bottom corners with my detailed trio punch. If you've never seen this punch, it's a neat one. It has 3 different options. It has the detailed side, the one that punches a little hole that you can use like for a tag, and the corner punch on this side. Now let's bring the Poppy Parade triangle in, and I'll show you what to do with this. What I did with this, I laid a card base, or you could use an envelope if you want to, but something that would be the size of a regular card, excuse me, on top. And we're going to overlap this just enough to put a strip of tear and tape adhesive there. So we're overlapping that a little bit. But I wanted to make sure that when I fold this down, it's going to fit into a regular envelope. So I just put this card back here to give me a guide for how tall or short my card needs to be. And I want the corner to poke out the edge, so I want to make sure that sticks out a little bit. So just kind of fold it down to your liking, and then use your bone folder and give that a good crease. Now we need to attach that. So we need our tear and tape adhesive. I want to flip this over and put a strip of the tear and tape across here. You definitely want some good adhesive on this piece, so that's why I got my tear and tape out. And I want it as close to the edge as I can get it without it hanging over. So put that on, take this paper backing off, and I want to make sure what I did on my first one. So I'm going to line it up here, but I'm actually going to flip all of this over. So my Poppy Parade is on the bottom and my Grinch is above it. And I just want to make sure that I'm getting all of that adhesive covered up. I did want the red hanging out a little bit on the left, or the top and the bottom sides of the card, so that when you flip it back over, your hat is hanging out just a touch. Now you can see that we have a little green corner hanging out here, so I'm going to trim that off. Now I want to put a little bit of adhesive under here just to hold this flat, and I want to glue on that small bloom punch. So I'll put a touch of glue right there and place it right on top. Then I'm going to run a strip of glue all along right here. Just a little tiny one. I don't want much because I do not want the extra to seep out when I put my little flowers on. So to make this job easy, I have my Take Your Pick tool with the adhesive end, which is amazing for jobs like this. This makes it so quick and easy compared to trying to pick up those little pieces with your fingers. So we'll run these all along the edge. That Confetti Flowers border punch, it does punch several sizes of flowers. These are the largest ones. I want to fit one more in there, but I want to make sure it has enough adhesive, so I'm going to add a little bit more. Put that right on top, and I'll press those down just a touch to make sure they stay. And it's coming together. What do you think? What do you think about the stamped part on the card? Do you like that part? Let's get it all put together here, and then you can decide for sure which one you like better. So here is that greeting I already prepared, and I put some dimensionals on the back. Here you can see I misstamped on my first one, and I just flipped it over and used that same piece of paper and used the back side. So we'll press that on there, and we have our Grinch card. So you have to let me know which one you like better, the plain one or the one where I stamped some hair or fur on his face. Now we'll flip this open, and I have this piece prepared for the inside. I do need to punch the bottom corners with this, the corner punch, and you can see I did not get that punched quite right. The reason is I have to make sure it is in line. Sometimes I can get it crooked this way or this way, and I want to make sure it's fit right down in that corner at a 90-degree angle. So that time I got it. Now I'm going to trim just a tiny corner off up here so that everything mats right. And that looks good. So I'll get some adhesive on the back of this and get that in there. So I would love to hear your thoughts on making some other cards with this stamp set. You could make a card a lot like this for the elf one, definitely, with the, let's see, he wore yellow pants and the green green fuzzy top. I don't really know what that's called, but you could definitely make cards similar to this for the elf greeting. And like I said, I'd love to know your thoughts on what to do with these other ones. So there we go, cute Grinch card. If this is something you think would be fun to make for Christmas, then I hope you will try this out. You can get some other ideas and inspiration on my blog at scrappingstampingandstuff.com, and I hope you will be back to join in with us again next time. Have a great day.